5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
I'm back from football, although it looks like I'm currently reporting on it. Goal. I saw like people really. God, this people's favorite thing to do is complain about broadcasters, either overreacting too much to a goal or underreacting too much to a goal. I will admit, when a commentator, a sick goal goes in and they're just like, goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's a scorpion kick from his own box into the goal on the other end of the pitch. Yep. And it's just like, no, come on, do the thing. I can't remember which is the Peter Drury. So I think that's his name. He's the guy. He loves a bit of poetry. That's what you want. He gets the word. It's all flowing nicely. But in terms of the people on like Sky Sports Soccer Saturday or whatever it is, the people like who are like in the little room. And they got to be like, yep, guy, so it looks like Tyrone Mings has just accidentally fluffed his lines as João Felix is through on goal. He's trying to score for Chelsea, but Chelsea can't score to save their lives. So he just hits it straight into Rose head. Back to you, Gary. Like, I couldn't care less if the people doing that were doing an exciting job or a non-exciting job. People love to... Anyway, this is all just because I look like I'm reporting. Anyway, like I said, back from footy, working, not enjoying. Although I did watch the game, I had a pretty good. They put me in a decent spot to view the match, but I wished I wasn't viewing it because they were just so much better than us. Them being Brighton, we scored. We would like more doing more in the counter attack, and we did end up scoring. It was like a deflected goal, and that didn't change like our momentum or anything. They just kept firing shots at our goal. Kepa was doing a good job, made 2 really good saves. Then they score, and that doesn't wake us up. We come out the second half, we're looking just as bad and shaky. We're getting so many shots at us, and then they score an absolute worldie. Which a part of you's like, oh, when it's going bad for you, it's going bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like every week you're conceding a worldie goal, and it's just like, oh god, just to compile the misery. But at the same point, when you let a team have like numerous shots from outside the box, just constantly, they had so many shots from distance, and we just let them have them. Like, eventually one will go in, and Kepa's not the tallest, his arms aren't the longest, little T-Rex arms. I'm not saying Mendy would have saved it, was a ridiculously good shot, but yeah, I feel a bit sorry for Kepa because he has to do so much to prove people that he's not shit. And like any little thing where he makes a mistake, people always be like, look, this is why we need to get rid. It's why we need to get rid. And it's like, his mistakes, I think, have massively improved, and they are more few and far between. But like, and because people think of him as this little T-Rex arm guy, that anytime a shot goes in from outside the box, people look at him and say, should he be saving that? Would Mendy have saved that? But like, at the same time, what you do get with taller keepers, which with taller keepers you get the top corners. They can cover them better. And even still, nothing's protected forever. But what you lose out on is like that sort of low getting down either side. You see Nick Pope had a terrible game against Villa. Shite, mate. Absolutely shite. Like, this one bounces in off his hand. This one's disallowed. He gets lucky. This one just goes for his leg. It's just like, it was so bad. Like, and they're all like low down. It's like, if you want to score against like tall guys, that's what you got to do. I don't know why I'm acting like a goalkeeper, like a striking coach. That's what you want to do, but one for the ball, get it in, but bounce it down into the ground. I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it was a misery. It was miserable. I'm just watching it. I like, in like a war film when like the grenades go off. It's like everyone's talking. Like, everyone who works as a Chelsea fan, some people are Arsenal fans, some people whatever is working. And then I'm just standing there by the gate. People are walking past. Is it alright if I take alcohol outside? Is it where the bathroom is? Yeah, mate, it's just down there, Phil, on your right. Oh, baby. Yeah, you can go down there. It's just down there. Oh, mate, you work here? I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, no, I was away for a while. Then I just woke up, cuts to me on the train on the way back. It was just a nightmare. And like Brighton, it sounds worse on paper, but we all know Brighton are a great side. But a part of you is also just like, when will it end? I'm pretty sure at the start of next season we'll kind of just be decent again. And when I say decent, I mean not mid-table. So, but I just kind of want to see like some kind of improvement change this season. The bright points, you know, I don't know why I'm acting like this is I'll save that for something for the other channel. I don't need to be just chatting football. What was I gonna say? Oh, something I did see again of people who just like, oh god, this section of Twitter people. Britain's Got Talent. I didn't know that show still went on. I didn't know they still made episodes for that. I thought they cancelled that like 4 years ago. I'm like, okay, let me see what's trending. What's to talk about? See David Walliams trending. Okay, is he like a confirmed nonce? Is he dead? Because if it wasn't those two things, why is David Walliams trending? He shouldn't be trending. You know, it's like if I saw Gary from down the street trending, it better be something big because why is Gary trending? Anyway, David Walliams is trending, and I click on it, and it's like he's not really trending. It's like this is a slow news day, you know, type of thing. And it's people like, no, where's David Walliams? Where's David Walliams? Oh, Britain's Got Talent. There's nothing without him this year. Okay, so first of all, wait, Britain's Got Talent is still going on. Second of all, oh my god, who are these people taking to Twitter like about they missed David Walliams? For context, it's like imagine if they still made American. Do they still make American Idols? I don't know, but American Idol, right? And for the last 4 years, they've had James Corden as a guest or someone, you know, someone who no one really likes. And then this year they don't have James Corden. Everyone's on Twitter like, "Where's Jay? Where's Jamie?" His funny banter was just, like David Walliams doesn't have. He has banter in the Facebook sense, but you know, banter actually kind of doesn't mean. I feel like it's not even a positive word anymore. It used to be like, "Oh, you got great banter," but then like banter just sort of became, you know, when a word like becomes too big and then it becomes like a joke of itself. And it's like now like banter, like it's like I'm a banter king, I'm a banter guy. Like it's more of a negative thing. I saw that going on, and it was, to me, I was just like, what are you? Imagine like wanting like a sandwich. You want, I don't know what sauces or what condiments or whatever, you know, meats or whatever vegetables you want in there, right? But imagine they serve it up to you, right, and you've been getting the same one for years and years and years, and honestly, the quality of sandwich is getting worse and worse. And this time, they hand you the plate, right, and they just hand you a pita style bread. Most people would be like, okay, I'm not going to come here anymore. I'll find a new chain. But there's a group of people who are not only are still showing up to get served their stale bread, but they dare not complain about the fact the bread is stale, right? But complain, oh, but excuse me, you know, could I have you forgot to put my Marmite on my bread. Why are you complaining about Marmite, which first of all is shit in the first place, and not complaining about the fact your bread is stale anyway? The Marmite won't change that. David Walliams being on Britain's Got Talent, it's not, the show is anyway, he's not even, yeah. I had to do it. I might have to do another one. Do I? I don't know. I don't even know why I'm burping so much, man. Why I burped once. It's not even that much. But what else? Oh yeah. Some woman was like, "Oh, you look just like this guy I did my security training with." I was like, "Oh, is it really?" She was like, "Is it actually you? Because he looks just like you." I said, "No, it's not me." And she was like, and I said to her, I bet if I saw him, I wouldn't even think he looks like me. This happens a lot. And then she was like, no, he looks just like, and he has a son as well. He has a son who's 18. So maybe you're the son of him. And I was like, what do you mean he has a son who, wait, how old is he? She's like 40. 40-year-old man. Wow. You can't get, if that was, I could, a 40, this has happened a lot, right? I'm someone who thinks I look, hey, I think I look my age. I think I look my age. If not, maybe a little bit young for my age. Maybe a couple years young for my age. Not, the world doesn't think that though. Like one time, they asked me for ID for buying petrol. And then I googled it later and it was like, you have to be 14 to buy petrol. So it was like, what the fuck? So that I'm not that young. But aside from that, I think the world doesn't think I look young. Facial hair or not, they don't think that. Not only did she mistake me with a 40-year-old man she did her security training course with, and not like, oh, I see you over there, like, hey Gary, oh, you're not Gary, oh, sorry, no, but like looking at me, talking with me, and almost arguing with me about if I am or not. Not only that scenario, but I remember like before it was like 30 episodes ago, 30 days ago, some guy commented like, okay, shut up, Dom, what's his name? Don Lemon looking guy. I'm like, all right, who's Don Lemon? I love it. I love it when someone like doesn't really say much and doesn't really tell you if they're insulting you or just saying you look like someone. You can't tell if they're doing it to insult you or not. But they just do that, and it's like, oh, this is a fun little game. Now I get to like Google who this person is and like, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, and decide how upset and depressed I am about it. Anyway, type in Don Lemon, something like that. I don't know. I don't watch NBC or whatever the fuck, ESPN or whatever I think he works on. I Google Don. Oh, it's like a 47-year-old man. It's like a 52. It's like an old man. It's an old guy. You know, he's old. Looks like Arthur from Aardvark. Arthur from Aardvark. No, Arthur from Arthur. From Arthur. It was just called Arthur. He was an Aardvark. Although you'd be hard pressed to know that unless you watched it, because he looks more like a bear or something. But yeah, it's like I'm just gonna say it. I don't look like Don, whatever his name is. I don't look like John. Is it John Legend? I don't know any of these people's names. You know, I don't like Craig David. I don't like any of these. Dele Alli. That used to happen so much. Dele Alli's not old, to be fair. He's older than me. He's like 27. But I don't like anything like Dele Alli. Maybe I do from slight angles. But no, I remember when I used to play football, that was like, Dele Alli. They'd say that. Like, and say it in a way like, oh my god, you look just like him. And it's like, I've met people before who I think look like exactly like people. And no matter what, if you say to someone you meet, you look just like this celebrity, I guarantee you they will tell you, no, I don't see it. No, I don't really think so. No, everyone says no because everyone. So I'm accepting of the fact that maybe I just can't see it because I've been in those scenarios. I'm like, no, look at you. This is exactly you. So maybe that's happening. That's probably definitely happening, which is upsetting because these are all 40-year-old men. I'd almost rather say a 40-year-old woman. This 40-year-old man, they don't age the best. But yeah, no, we move. Anything else to talk about? I mean, football. I mean, again, it's kind of football related. So people, it's like yesterday I was talking about basketball related shit. It's like it's hard with the sports stuff. But like there was a little bust up in training, a little fight. Well, someone got punched. Sadio Mane punched Leroy Sané around the face, and Sky Sports, obviously this is their job, they got to do it, but so much news about it. So that was probably just a little throw of a punch, and then he wrote out here, Sadio Mane can throw hands, because I've been punched in the face before, like not protecting my face, just punch, like someone's really pissed you and just punch you in the face, right? But I was like more or less fine. Obviously I was in school, so these were other children. I guess now I think about it, other teenage children. Although I'm sure. Anyway, these are grown men. This is a different thing. But and then it's like someone is like walking through an airport or something, and he's like, if you can't see, but he's like biting his bottom lip or something. And I just do that sometimes, walking around. It's like, you know. Don't think much of it. Everyone's like, oh my god, he's trying to hide something, right? Oh, what's he trying to fucking hide? What's he fucking, oh. I'm just thinking, okay, here we go. And then the pictures came up like today of him like training, and his lip is like fucking huge, like he's been stung by 2 bees. But he hasn't, he's been punched. It's a little bit purple as well. So how, I'm pretty sure there's only 1 punch in there. How hard did you punch him, man? Because if it's like 1 punch, And usually when you see, because like on a football pitch, you think a footballer would never throw hands because they love to just get up in people's face and sort of like forehead to forehead like little rams and just like look each other in the eyes really close up, which by the way, that must look insane. Like their POVs of the other person looking at them. Like that, it looks like probably like Francis Borgio, like the train spotter guy, like those 360-degree cameras at angle, right? They just love to do that. They love to push a little bit, like barge a little bit. It's like rams. It's like goats, right? But obviously it's because we're on a pitch right now. If I even slightly touch you, I'm going to get a red card, really. In the dressing room, fuck the other team. We're punching each other on the face. And it's kind of awkward for Sane. I think in a scrap, Mane and Sane is getting confusing. It's a bit awkward for Sane. I think in an actual scrap, like if Sane didn't get like sucker punched, I'm not saying it wasn't like from behind out of nowhere. He was probably like chatting shit and then he got punched. Chat shit, get manged. But still, when you get like just one out of nowhere like a jab, it's a bit unfair, right? But even still, I think like in the octagon, I think Mane would still win. Mane's from like Senegal. I don't know if he was born there, but I just feel like he has that dog in him. He's shorter, he's got less reach, but I just feel like he's angry and wily. I don't know if Sane's heart's in it. He's a bit more of like he comes across like, let's fight, but don't hit me in the face. So I don't know if Sane would hold his own, regardless of who would win. It's kind of like awkward to have to like walk around in training and all your teammates can just look at this big reminder that you just like chat shit and got banged. Or maybe all the teammates are on Sane's side, like, yo, we love Sane. Sane's been here for like a few years. You just came in like 6 months ago. Then punch our boy. You come at the kid, you come at all of us. Or maybe that none of them give a fuck. And these things happen. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, this was 1-1. I want to say 1-1-4. I want to say, but I'm not definitely sure. This was 1-1-4. And 1-1-5.
Here with the kids, and they had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet, like the Euros.